Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Butter What Show. I'm your host, Pat Regan. This is my co-host, BrianCMoses.com from the internet. And we're going to talk to you about... Oh, I should know his name. I'm not going to pronounce his name. It's probably really easy, but I'm not going to screw it up. We're going to talk to you about this no-solder, no-PCB, fully 3D printed macro pad that we saw recently.
You had me at no soldering.
Well, he's opening it up here, too. But this is pretty neat. He has hot swap. You have to use cherry switch. Well, there's two different kinds of switches, but they'll work with the standard cherry MX type switches, and you can get those for 10 or 20 cents each if you get the knockoffs. And they're 3D printed hot swap sockets. And he set up the sockets in such a way that you can put these thicker wires. They're like it's like the metal on a resistor or a diode that plugs into a breadboard. It's just like that, and you just lay them into the troughs in the keys, and you squish the.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
neat.
You squish the back, and it pushes the wire up against the key, and it pushes the. Yeah, here's the little diagram. And it just snaps. It's got little holes to run your wires through.
That is interesting.
And I assume it's somewhat parametric here because he can scale them up to different sizes.
Very cool.
I think he's 3D printing the keycap. And he'd be talking if you watch this video, so you should go watch his video.
Make sure we put it in the video description.
Always. It won't just be in the description, Tubby. The people that are watching this published episode will see it down underneath.
Right here?
Right here. Now, I don't want to say Jeremy's JC Pro macro pad isn't fan, whose name I didn't pronounce yet. I don't want to say he's Jan when he might be Jan.
Oh, okay.
Right? I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
You don't want to get the J wrong.
Right, but this lovely gentleman here, he's got a matrix of keys. It's a 3x2 matrix. Instead of using 6 pins, he's using. Well, it's only 5. You don't save all that many here. But it saves them on the wiring.
Okay.
And you can see how... And he's just using bare wires, so you just have to make sure they don't... there's a gap between them there. I can already tell this will be an interesting episode to edit, because we're going to stare at it a lot. But see, he's got those 2 wires, and then he bends it in. And he just feeds it through the hole to make tension. He doesn't...
Wow. That's got to be really precise. I mean...
Well, you just yoink on it. He's just yoinking and then putting a bend on the end to
hold it in place.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, I like this, but I would solder it anyway. I would...
I would probably... I mean, I don't know if I would definitely solder it. I know I said... I'm pro not soldering. I'm not bad at it. I need practice. I would solder it because I need practice.
I would solder it because I think it would be quicker and easier for me with my experiences to solder that than to stretch and pull
all those different wires. Yeah.
But if you don't know how to solder, this is really cool.
Yeah, well, and
really super cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
And he shows you how to set it up with the QMK firmware. All of the files, I think, are available on... I bet they're on Thingiverse. No, I think they're on his own website. He has the STLs.
Cool.
On his blog.
Good. Even better.
I would still tell you, go buy Jeremy's PCB.
Yeah, Jeremy's PCB is awesome.
It is awesome, and it's not that hard to solder what you'd have to solder on his. But I think this is really cool, and you should go check this out, too.
Yes, definitely.
Was that a good one, Tubby?
I think so. Yeah,
I think so,
that was really neat. Why is my pump beeping at me?